Couldn't think of a better time to do a garden tour update. It's a beautiful day. The cucumbers I transplanted in here are taking really well. So is the sage, catnip. The dill is being choked out, but it's still growing. But I have lots of dill other places. It's dried up a lot since last time. Still pretty wet, but the rain hasn't been so persistent. The beans are climbing pretty good. Harvested probably 4 cucumbers so far. They're just little ones like that for like gherkin pickling, I guess. And finally got 2 sun gold tomatoes, and looks like there's a few more coming. Yeah, I started these from seed, and I had to learn a few things this year starting from seed in my indoors. I've always done it in a sunny window and never had good luck, and this year I finally learned that I needed a powerful light, enough for the seedlings to not get leggy and thrive. So I finally got that to happen, but it was just a little late this year, so everything's pretty behind that I started from seed, but it's exciting that we're finally getting something from it. The eggplants, like I said, I think in the last video, I got as starters. This one hasn't gave us any yet, but the pea plant from the pea shoots is doing good still. These are the flowers. I always just give these to Leica as a treat for helping us out in the garden. They're a little tough, actually. Right now, the outer shell is kind of chewy, but I think it's just because of the peat. Come here. She loves these. So it looks like I actually did grow another type of tomato somehow. I have to look through my seeds. I might have another type that I didn't realize, but this is a lot bigger than a cherry tomato, and the plant overall looks different. It's lighter in color. It's got more hairs than the sun golds right there. I was worried about this plant for a while. It didn't look right, but maybe it's just a different variety. But I don't know what it is yet. More sun golds. Haven't gotten any from the containers yet. But this one was in a smaller container and I repotted it recently. So hopefully we'll get some production soon. This is 2 in 1 pot. They're doing pretty well though. These sweet bell peppers, or sweet peppers that are smaller, are finally coming on. I guess they turn red when they're ready. And the dill. And then I got a eggplant going there. This is the biggest one here. And I actually did harvest one eggplant from this plant last night from this stem there, because they're actually touching the soil. And then also from this plant, they're just too low on the plant, so they're touching. So I harvested them and fried them up with some pasta. Strawberries and kale, and I think Brussels sprouts. It's getting eaten by some bugs, but starting another strawberry plant with the runner here. Guess I could start another one with that one soon. The oregano and marjoram. This is that tomato plant sucker I planted in here. It's grown a little bit. I cut all the leaves off the cabbage because they were getting torn up by caterpillars and bugs and stuff, and they're starting to grow back now. This one I left the middle because it was looking good, but quickly after the last video it got eaten up because of all the rain and moisture. All the slugs and caterpillars were out. Parsley, cucumbers, beets. Beets are looking pretty good now. Hope I don't jinx it like I did last time with the cabbage. And actually when I look back in the video, they weren't looking too good. But I wasn't really focused on the outer leaves at the time. I was just happy that the middle of it was, turning into a little cabbage. But this one, I really think I just have too many cucumber plants in this container, and they're choking out everything else, which that's a lesson I learned this year, is to really don't overcrowd things. But we're getting some cucumbers. The corn. I harvested one the other night right here, and it was not quite ready yet. The kernels were a little small, but it was still really good. And they weren't, I don't know if this might be like a white corn, because they weren't very yellow either. It was kind of light yellow, so maybe they're just under ready yet. But soon we should have quite a few ears of corn ready. So that's cool. And then onions doing their thing down there. See what happens with that. Every once in a while I'll take some of the tops off and use them in cooking. But that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Oh, and one little cucumber here I thinned out one over there. There's too many. There's still too many though. And then this little tomato plant, it was one that when I was planting them, I think I accidentally, it wasn't coming out of the little cell, and the leaves came off the top when I pulled it out, and I think the same happened with this pepper plant. Or maybe the leaves just came off on their own somehow. I don't know. But on the tomato plant, it grew this little node down there, and it grew leaves out of it. And then I had it up here on the rain barrel. One day I came out and it had fallen down into here. It was drowning in the water. So honored it by planting it up here in this hanging basket, and it seems to be doing pretty well. Maybe we might even get some tomatoes from it at the end of the season. And while we're at it, we do have a raspberry bush here. It's the first year it's given us berries. We planted it last year. And our flowers are blooming. These lilies smell amazing. And a lot of this stuff was given to us from my grandma, and it was just perennials she has in her garden. And she just gave me the roots, and I planted them in the fall when we bought our house, and next spring we have a whole garden of stuff. But this is 3 years now, so it's really established. But I haven't done any weeding in a while over here. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your evening.